welcome you and call to order the January 23rd Port Orchard City Council meeting. Here we have some special guests here tonight. We have Boy Scouts from Troop 1519, and they're going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. First order of business this evening is the agenda. Are there any additions or subtractions to this evening's agenda?
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve the agenda as presented.
Actually, I've got...
Do you have an amendment?
Yeah, we have an amendment, actually.
Yes, I would like to add to the consent agenda, item C, excusal of council members Clausen and Diener due to business obligations.
Second.
Motion and a second to excuse council members Diener and Clausen and add that to the consent agenda. There's a second. Other discussion of that item? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, they've been added to the consent agenda. Any other additions?
Now
Hearing
I
none.
will make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda as amended. Any further discussion of the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda is approved. We are to our first citizen comment period for anything that is on the agenda this evening. Anybody wishing to address the council? Okay, hearing none, we have a second citizen comment period at the end of the meeting. We are to the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion and a second for the approval of the consent agenda as amended. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the consent agenda has been approved. We are to our presentations. Councilmember Lucarelli, you have the floor.
We want to thank you all for coming tonight. Chimes and Lights has been going on now for 19 years. It was the city festival that marked the opening of this new city hall. And the chimes were added, and the whole idea of the festival came to be 19 years ago. This next year will be our 20th year, this year, 2018. But what we notice is that so much of the organization goes on behind the scenes, and during that busy night of the chimes, No one knows who's doing what, and every once in a while, we like to bring you all together to thank you and to get to meet you face to face, and also for the council and staff to meet you all and to thank you for your participation in the event. Are there any representatives here from Kitsap Bank? Okay, great. Would you come up here, please? Is it this one? Okay, thank you. Okay. So Kitsap Bank has been a presenting sponsor of the Festival of Chimes and Lights for years. We're so grateful to the bank for all you do, and we're especially grateful for the extra decorating and the hospitality that you have. So we wanted to recognize Kitsap Bank and thank you so much for all you've been doing all these years. Kitsap Bank always has a hospitality tent down at the Festival of Chimes and Lights by the bank, and they have been a community partner with this community for ages. Thank you again. The Arthritis Foundation sponsors the Jingle Bell Run. The Jingle Bell Run was in its 6th year this year, and has been a very special addition to the Festival of Chimes and Lights. Tonight we have a special guest, JB the Elf. JB, welcome. Sheila Klein has been the organizer of the Jingle Bell Run, and this year we're happy to announce that her efforts and the efforts of all the volunteers raised over $73,000 for arthritis research. Baby, thank you so much for coming tonight. Calvary Church, anyone for Calvary Church here? Calvary Church has been providing treats for the Chimes and Lights attendees at Marina Park for many, many years, and we recognize them. Casco Associates, we've got Brad Page, who has been working to help Public Works with a lot of the organizing for the tree lift and getting that up every year, the truck lift. City of Port Orchard Police, special recognition for the work that they've been doing to keep everyone safe and especially for all the traffic control. Public Works. We can hardly say enough about Public Works. Even though they are the city, this department goes above and beyond. And as you noticed, the amazing decorating that went on, especially with Public Works making use of decorations that are basically falling apart, they made the city look so nice. And the tree basically had to be worked on a great deal. They put a lot of effort into that. Bill Thiel works with our committee and puts up with us for an entire year. There was an editorial and letter to the editor, and I was thanking Public Works, and I thought I would put that up there. So thank you again for Public Works and Bill Thiel. Cookies Pet Corner, are you here? Dan McNabb? This year, Cookies stepped up to the plate and donated prizes for the Pooch and Purrs Parade. It was a great deal of money that he put forward with that, and we're grateful for that. The Dance Gallery? Erin and Kim? Hi. Hi, Kim. Kim, would you come on up? So Kim and Erin actually own the Dance Gallery and teach there and put on performances during the Festival of Chimes and Lights. So you can stand in front and actually watch the performances, and there it is right up there. So thank you very much for coming. Dragonfly Theater, is Nick Taylor here? Nick has donated free movies to the Chimes and Festival event for the last several years, and that is a great undertaking for him. So we thank Nick for putting on a free movie during the event. Eastport Orchard Elementary School Ethiopians. Anyone here from there? Okay, so Katie Olson leads this talented group of school kids, and they perform out in the cold, usually in the wet, every year, and we want to thank them for their continued participation. Fathoms of Fun. Would you come forward? So we have Merlin here, who's the photographer, and we have the Royal Court. Is Celine here too? Anne is here. Anne. Shirley? Shirley, please come. Yes, thank you. So we know and have seen these young women around to many, many of the events in this area, in the rain, in the cold, always smiling, always looking beautiful. They were a main part of our opening ceremony this year, and we're grateful to all of you for what you do for Chimes and Lights. Thank you. Merlin, just a thank you to you. Graphic Reflections. We made use of their services. Again, another donation. Heritage Foursquare Church. Anyone here from there? Yes, great. So Pastors Fred Rabinovich and Melinda volunteer to put chili on the waterfront. Thank you so much for your donations every year. We appreciate that. Thank you. Kitsap Community Chorale. Oh, there you are. Great. So Leslie Naomi is the director for the Kitsap Community Chorale. And again, this group has been around for a long time, helping us out, standing in the rain, having their music blow away, their keyboard gets drenched. But thank you again. The music is always beautiful, and we appreciate what you do for us. Perfect.
At Adventure of Faith Church, we utilize their facility.
Kitsap Regional Library. Where are you, dear? Our librarian extraordinaire. This lady does more in this community than almost anyone we know. But you led the effort with the library. You have crafts. You organize so much of what goes on in Chimes and Lights. You have been our go-to person, and we're very, very grateful for your help. Thank you, Kathleen. Nice Pythias. Is Jim here? Jim Wiley and volunteers have served hot beverages outside the area, actually over there, every year for years, and we thank them for their generosity. Marcus Whitman Junior High. Anyone here? We thank you for the Gold and Blazer Choir participation. That's many, many kids who participate. Such a wonderful sound. Olympic Peninsula Antique Tractor and Engine Association. Are you here? There you are. William Easterly, president, along with the fellow members.
Treasurer.
Oh, you're the treasurer.
Yeah, Mel is the president.
Oh, my mistake. Please come forward. Please do. My mistake. I dealt with William and I was misunderstood.
Yeah, the treasurer.
Okay, and yes, you do. And your name again? Melanie. Melanie. So here are some photos from the event. And again, talk about a dedicated organization. They bring the tractors, they've got the trailers, they put that all together, they have the volunteers, and they provide the hay rides back and forth through town every year, usually in pouring rain. So thank you again very much. Santa Pat Oster and Mrs. Carly Claus, I call you. Our previous Santa was Dennis Simpson. He was not available this year. Pat stepped up and became our amazing Santa. Here are some photos of them at Christmas, and we thank you so much for that donation. Port of Bremerton is, oh, there you are, Kathy. Kathy Garcia and her crew have been helping to put on the lighted boat contest every year. And we really appreciate all that effort that you do in coordinating that and inviting boaters to come and stay at the marina free of charge, actually. It's a wonderful thing, and the lighted boats are a real addition to the Chimes and Lights event. Yes, and they're coming up. It's probably under S. Thank you. Kathleen again. Port Orchard Bay Street Association, and Kathleen is president. Is Bobby here? I think I saw her. Where are you, Bobby? Oh, she always hides. Bobby, why don't you come up here just for a second, please? Or stand up. So these two, again, have been so active in the community to help with organizing events downtown, decorating downtown, and we really appreciate all you do for us. Thank you. Port Orchard Chamber of Commerce, Matt Murphy, are you here? We thank them for allowing us to use their equipment and for promoting our event. Port Orchard Independent is our Chimes and Lights media sponsor. They did a wonderful job with some extra reporting this year, and we're grateful for that. Saints Car Club, would you please come forward? The Saints are generous. They've always given to this event and many others in our community. They provided the Christmas trees, the Santa's fire truck, hospitality down in front of Kitsap Bank. We thank you. We thank you, Terry. Thank you for being on our committee and for all the help that you give us throughout the year. Thank you. St. Vincent de Paul, we wanted to recognize them for allowing us to use their Santa chair. Sydney Museum and Art Gallery, anyone here? We want to recognize the gallery for putting on an event during the Chimes and Lights and having hospitality available. Okay, here's Sinclair Inlet Yacht Club, Commodore Scott and Rhonda Junquist. We thank you for your involvement in organizing the lighted boats. It's always so beautiful, and we appreciate all that goes into that. Thank you. We wanted to give a shout out to our previous Santa, Dennis Simpson. For years, Dennis has served as our Santa, but he was away this year, and we don't do this every year, so we said thank you to Dennis. South Kitsap High School Marching Band. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Please. Oh, how wonderful. We can hardly believe how much that band adds to this event. I don't think anyone can deny that it's huge to get hundreds of people down here with their instruments in, again, the pouring rain, and to perform for us in the dark. I'm not quite sure how you guys do it, but we thank you so much. We thank you and your leader, Gary, for all that you do and for making that huge effort on behalf of the citizens. So thank you. Dick Vlist. Dear Dick Vlist, he was our honorary tree lighter this year. He is a veteran. He is someone highly regarded in this community and in many others. He got a governor's award for volunteerism, and he was a splendid tree lighter. So we thank you for Dick. He has the Dick Vlist Motors right down here, and he's a wonderful addition to our community, and we are really grateful that you were a part of this year's event. Thank you, Dick. Dick is like in his 90s. He's been doing this volunteerism thing for a long time. 91. Amazing. Wave Broadband, a shout out to them for the help that they give to us. Wet Apple Media. Okay, Ladybug. Dee Capola, come on up here. We want to thank you because so many times we have used your work and we haven't really let anyone know it was yours. So we thought it was time to let people know that you were the one your organization to design our brand, that Festival of Chimes and Lights brochure, and we thank you so much for that. Woodside Animal Hospital. Oh, yay. A new sponsor. Woodside Animal Hospital stepped forward to sponsor the pet parade this year, the Pooch and Purrs Parade. That was something that was probably going to have to be dropped, but they became donors and ran that pet parade. So we want to thank Woodside very much. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, now I get my little commercial. I'm thanking my daughter Cassie. She sang God Bless America during the Chimes and Lights Festival, and I was very proud of her. So I'm thanking all of you this year. Like I said, it's the 20th year. We plan on making the Chimes and Lights Festival even more special, and we're open for ideas and all of your involvement once again. So we'll be in touch, and thank you so much for making the trip out in the rain. This was pretty much something we counted on, that you already are aware that rain is not going to melt you, and you're hardworking in that. So thank you very much for coming, and this is the end. We have one presentation yet left, and that's for the holiday neighborhood Good Neighbor Awards. These were for the holiday decorations. I believe they went up here. Mayor, would you like to come down?
Certainly.
I think you should use some. I
Okay.
think that's a good thing.
All right. Thank you, Cindy. So it was about a week before Christmas that we all went out and toured the city. Maybe a week and a half. I can't remember the exact date, but fortunately everybody had their lights on, and it was a great evening. So we have a number of recognitions. Best Business went to Kitsap Bank. Maybe somebody from Kitsap Bank here. Okay. Best Business District, the Port of Bremerton, the Waterfront Parks. Best Municipal Decorators. I wonder who that could be. How about the City of Port Orchard's Public Works Department? Best Neighborhood went to Siskin Circle and Fantail. Is that? We got Susan Lorton. Yep. You guys do an exceptional job every year. That if you haven't been up there, up in the ridge, at the end of that cul-de-sac, it's fabulous. Best decorated home, first place, 4292 Widgeon. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right. So we got Best Decorated Home, honorable mention, 4463 Siskin Circle. And do you know the name on that one, Cindy? We don't? Okay. We'll get that to them. Best I'll Be Home for Christmas, the Wilson home at 389 Golden Pond Street. Fortunately, the second time we went by, you had the garage door down. All right, and most sensational home. If you haven't gone out and seen this place, it's incredible. It's on, it'd be 7064 Colleen Place. Did we make it here tonight? I understand Okay, that, if you haven't seen that, it's worth the trip out. There's music and all of that go with it. So thank you for everybody for decorating your home and our community. Okay, if you guys, we'll probably take a 5-minute break. If you want to stay for the remainder of the exciting stuff we have on the agenda, you're more than welcome to, but if you want to excuse yourself, we'll give you a couple of minutes to sneak out.